Hello, everybody. My name is Glenn, and I want to thank you for joining with me today. I hope you're having an amazing day and be thankful. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today, I wanted to come to you with this message. It's time to get unstuck. Let's examine some of the things that occur in our life that keeps us stuck. What is being stuck? When I speak of being stuck, I speak of when you're in places and spaces, circumstances and situations in your life that you are not moving anywhere. Maybe you're not moving as fast as you want to go. Maybe you feel constricted. Maybe you feel like things that are within your control are preventing you from really being able to move forward and live life to the fullest. So what are these mindsets that we deal with that contribute to us being stuck? Number one, you feel like you're not perfect. We struggle sometimes because we feel as though the circumstances have to be right, that we have to get ourselves in a specific place, that we need to be in a position in our life where everything is just right before we can actually move forward in the direction that we want to go. And so until those conditions are actually met, we find ourselves not wanting to move forward because in order to move forward, we feel as though everything has to be just right. So we're dealing with issues of needing to feel that things are just perfect. And if they're not, what happens is that we say, until it's right, that's the only point at which I can actually go and do the thing that I need to do. You find that in areas in your job life, your career, you feel as though until I attain this level, I am not going to be able to step out on faith and move forward in the direction that I want to go. You're saying I don't have the qualifications that I believe that I need. And you just have this general sense of feeling as though I am not measuring up to where others think that I need to be in order to do what it is that I have to do in order to be fulfilled. And which moves on to my next issue is that you think that the thing that you are striving towards, that is not reachable, that is not attainable. And that ties in with the first thing, because if you feel as though the conditions are not right, they're not perfect, typically when you're stuck, the conditions don't get right because you need to be able to move out of the spaces that you're in, to branch out. So empower yourself by keeping a positive mindset and finding an environment that will cause you to open up your creative imagination. It'll help you to see your potential and to help you take control over the thing that is causing you these limiting mindsets and behaviors that keep you stuck. And then do the thing that seems like it is impossible to you, regardless of whether or not you are exactly at the right place in the right space. So you're being that you're in this place and you're not moving, or you're slowing yourself to a crawl. You feel as though I'm not going to be able to attain my dream because one thing is hinged on me getting out of this place that I'm at. And being that I can't get out of this space, I can't reach what my highest goal actually is. So it's time for us to branch out from there. The next thing is that along that journey of being stuck, you feel a sense of obligation to others that are around you. Maybe you have the people that you call your friends, and sometimes you've just outgrown them because your mind is not in the same place that it was at the time that you met them. And you have changed, but they haven't. So your sense of obligation to these people keep you in a area of your life where you feel as though I can't branch out from them. They are the people that have been what they call my day ones. It doesn't necessarily mean that you cut off your ties from them. It's that you have to spend more time working on the thing that is going to get you to where you want to be, to get you closer to the heights that you're looking to soar to. You have to put more time in that than maybe in the people that are around you, that they're not bad people. They just don't have, they're not moving in the same direction that you're going. And because they're not moving in the direction that you're going, maybe though they don't understand your passion, they don't understand your need to fulfill the thing that is important to you. And maybe they are pursuing their goals, and their goals does not necessarily line up with yours. And the more you stay connected to this particular person, maybe they are, while they are fulfilling what they need to do in order to feel fulfilled in their life, you're not you're not striving towards what you need to be doing in order to fulfill yours. And so you are stuck. So it is time to not feel obligated to tie yourself to certain people. You make time, you compartmentalize things in your life in order of the most important to the least. And that person could be somewhere in the middle. They could be just below what it is that you're looking to do for yourself. But what you really need to focus on is that making your priorities at the top, the thing in which you do constantly, so that you can work yourself closer and closer and closer to where you want to be. If you truly have somebody who say that they're your friend, they will understand your passion and they will encourage you in you going and doing the thing that you need to do in order to be successful in your life. You will do the same in supporting them as well and encouraging them to achieve their greatest goals. Then if the two of you all are working on what fulfills you, the times that you do come together, you all will have the same amount of availability, and you'll have the same amount of time in which you are unavailable because you are working towards your goals. So that's what we deal with when we have this sense of obligation to people. Obligation is fine, but everything in moderation is important to remember. If you stay stuck in a place in your life where you are not moving closer to the thing that you need to do in order to be successful, you're prolonging the time in which it takes for you to get there. And if you keep delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, you may not get there at all. So let's move on to the next area that I wanted to deal with, is the thing that happens to us when we deal with a lack of confidence. What happens, your confidence level causes you to feel as though, I don't think I'm good enough. That's what we deal with when we deal with confidence issues, that I don't believe I measure up. I don't believe I'm good enough. I don't believe that other people see me as capable. They see that I'm qualified to do this particular thing. And so what we do is we dumb ourselves down for the people that are around us, all because we feel as though if we stick out, if we try to rise above, that we won't have the support system available to us through our acquaintances, our friends, our families, that we need in order to give us that level of drive in order to believe in ourselves and claim the confidence within you. Expand your visibility to see the larger picture, to see the full scope, and to enlarge your capacity to dream. We need that confidence. You're not going to have everyone around you that is going to support you. And those that are around you that support you, I encourage you to hold those people close. But know that the opinions that you have of yourself, you need to believe in yourself. You have to have that can-do spirit and believe in that I am capable. As the word says, I can do all things. The word says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that requires that you have Christ in your life. You have to have that relationship with him. And when you have that relationship with Christ, he enables you to have everything that you need to move forward. You know, you have to have that mountain moving faith. And that mountain moving faith only comes about as a result of having a clear understanding of God's place in your life. And so you never have to feel stuck. You see, if you dig a little bit deeper, you may find that the reason why you're feeling stuck, it could be as a result of you lacking a good relationship with God your Father. He's the only one that can heal you and deliver you. And he's the only one that can set you free from those areas of your life that keep you stuck in lack and in want. God can set you free from all of those things that try to hold you back and to hinder you and to keep you from moving forward and to keep you from progressing, and it keeps you from moving and operating in your purpose. And so you can't be stuck when you know that God has a master plan for you. He wants you to prosper. He wants to see you at your best, to see you fulfilling the purpose that God has set in your life. He needs you to be able to understand that if he gave you that purpose, that he will give you everything that you need in order to fulfill it. And so therefore you never have to feel stuck. If you're feeling stuck, you're feeling stuck because of a lack of understanding that you have about what your purpose is. And so don't worry about the people that are around you. You're going to always have naysayers. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You're going to have people that are going to put you down, are going to maybe ridicule you. And you're going to have people that are around you that are going to support you. These groups may be imbalanced. You may have more people that are not confident in you than you have the people that will support you. And in that instance, you just simply have to know it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. It only matters that you are doing the right thing. God will work with you. He'll see you through any obstacle in your life. He will put you in places that you could never even imagine that you would make it to. And you will wake up one day and ask yourself, how did I get here? You're going to say, I don't qualify. I'm not as smart as the next person. I didn't have as many opportunities as the next person. My life told me that if I looked at the surface of my life, it would have dictated to me that I should have been in a gutter somewhere, going and eating out of a garbage can. It would dictate to you that the place where you are was impossible. But that's when you get to the word, and the word tells you that with God, all things are possible, but you got to believe. See, it requires something from you. It is conditions that we need to understand that we have to meet in order to get to where it is that we want to go. Those conditions, as I said, it says all things are possible. But the condition is that you have to believe. Then the next area that I wanted to move to is we are in a place of being stuck because we play too many parts. You're trying to be everything. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to multitask. And multitasking has its benefits and its drawbacks. You know, when you multitask, it is preventing you from seriously focusing on the very thing that is right in front of you. You can either do one thing well or a lot of things in a so-so manner. And so if you focus your attention, laser focus your attention on the very thing that is important and make sure that you do that thing well, you can then move on to doing other things well in your life. But when you're multitasking, something has to be lacking. If we have a table full of stuff, you need to prioritize those things. But focus on the one thing that needs to be done and do it well. You being stuck is because you're trying to do too many things. You're trying to play too many parts. You're trying to multitask your life in such a way that everybody is satisfied. Everything that I'm trying to do, I need to do it at once. And we applaud people who are multitaskers. But then we also need to look at the quality of the product in which they are producing as a result of their multitasking and compare that up against somebody who focuses their attention on that one thing. I think you would find that when you do that, you have a better outcome. You have a better product. The next thing is that we make plans and we're unwilling to deviate from those plans. If you are wanting to do something in your life that you feel as though it's something that you want to do, you're stuck at it. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to do whatever it is. And sometimes you make these plans that you are unwilling to deviate from. But circumstances present themselves. You make these static plans. And these static plans, when you don't meet that goal that you have set at that particular point in that plan, you find that you have individuals that may want to just give up. They're unwilling to deviate from their plans and realize that in spite of the plans that you make, there are things that are just going to come about that you can't plan for. And you can plan everything to the T. You can schedule your time. You can manage everything exactly the way that you want to manage it. And you're going to find that there are times that you're just going to have to make some sort of adjustments along the way. If you are so stern on the plan that you have set and you're unwilling to deviate from that plan when things go wrong, you become discouraged because you feel as though if this is the place that I was supposed to be at this particular time and I'm not there, then maybe I am not moving in the right direction. Maybe I need to try something else. You're not willing to put in some other work that may be necessary for you to do in order to keep you on track or even get you back on track. So we plan, but we have to make contingencies for the fact that even though our plans, we do the best that we can to plan, maybe sometimes we have to deviate from that plan so that we can regroup and so that we can eventually refocus our attention back to where it needs to be in order to move to the next step. The next thing is that you are trying to keep too many people happy. That'll keep you stuck. You're not going to be able to, everybody's not going to love you. Everybody's not going to like you. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to see what it is that you're trying to do. Everybody has an opinion. And a lot of times you're trying to keep other people happy so that you don't offend them, so you calm their insecurities, so that they don't feel as though you are trying to excel above them. And so in order to keep them happy, you make yourself unhappy. You dumb yourself down, all because it is the very thing that you feel like you need to do in order to keep people around you, in order to keep them satisfied. You don't want to rock the boat. if you're trying to keep too many people happy and you're not focusing on keeping yourself happy, then you are actually making these people more important than the very thing that you're working towards. Everybody's not going to be happy. And it doesn't matter. Along the way, you're going to gain some friends and you're going to lose some friends. That is all a part of your growth. You have to understand that people come in your life for a season. They come in your life for a reason, as they say, and they come in your life for a season. And they can be temporary and they can be permanent. The permanent people that are in your life, and when I say permanent, I don't mean that they, we're all going to last always, but these more permanent people that are in your life that are long term, they're going to be few. They're going to be fewer than the people that are going to come into your life for a season. Those people are going to come into your life so that they can get you to the next step. And, those people that come into your life may be people that will encourage you. And these are some people in your life that will come along that will give you some tough realities of life. You're going to come to understand. They will help you to see yourself. I say that you're going to have people that are going to come in your life that are going to discourage you. And in their discouragement, you may find that if you have enough within you, you have the courage to believe in yourself, you have the courage to have faith that God has given you this awesome ability to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Guess what? That person discouraging you may be the very thing that you need to snap you into reality and help you to understand that you don't determine where I go. And you know what? When you told me, I knew that I was on the right track. When you told me I couldn't do it, that would seem to be counterproductive to many people. So you have to, when you change your focus and your mindset, you understand that when people come to you with discouraging words, you're getting closer and closer to where you need to be. Because stumbling blocks are going to be put in your way. And those stumbling blocks that get put in your way, you got to understand is all an attempt to throw you off course, to pull you back and pull you away from the thing that you are getting closer and closer to. So that is why, again, I look at it and I say, you know what? I got to change the way that we have to change the way in which we see things that approach us. You gotta focus your attention on the thing that's important to you, not what's important to everybody else. It may not always mesh with what everybody else think. Because see, what you know that you're capable of. You see, you're getting to a point in your life where you are seeing things as being possible, not being impossible. So when you know that things are possible, that means that if I want to start a business, it's possible. Now, all I need to do is take the right steps to get there, right? It doesn't mean that it happens tomorrow. But what it does mean is that as long as I'm continuing to work towards that business goal that I have in mind, guess what? I am right on track. It doesn't have to have a lot of approval from anybody else. It doesn't need to get the green light. It doesn't need to, you don't have to okay my dream, because at the end of the day, it's my dream. The next thing, you have too much routine in your life. Nothing in your life can make you feel more confined than the fact that everything is rigid. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other thing. And I can't deviate from any of those plans, because if I deviate from them, things feel out of control. Because I'm so rigid in the routine that I have, it means that I can't move outside of that routine in order to explore other areas that are going to get me unstuck from the place that I'm in. See, when you have this routine and you can't deviate from it, You are stuck in that. But the moment you say, I can explore other areas outside of this routine, I can do it spontaneously. I'm evolving into other areas that may not fit into this routine that I have set for myself. But if this routine that you have is not constructive enough that it's providing the structure that you need in order to build you to the place that you're going, but it's just simply you're constantly staying at the same level. What happens is that you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. You're a slave to this routine, and it's time for you to branch out from there. It's time for you to evolve from the place that you're at in order to get to the place that you want to go to. The next thing that keeps us stuck is that we're just too hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up. We make mistakes and we don't give ourselves the forgiveness that we need in order to move us forward. We blame ourselves because we feel as though had we done things earlier, had we did things a different way, had we been around different people, had we taken certain opportunities, had we did this, had we did that. We don't give ourselves the leeway that we need in order to say, wow, okay, I've been at this place too long. Now what I need to do is to be able to get out of it and do something else and acknowledge it and say, okay, let's move on. But if you continue to beat yourself up about being in a particular place and not having progressed and not having did this and not having done that, not have achieved this and that, you're focusing more on your problems than you're focusing on your solution. What good is that? The more you focus on your problem, the more you stay in your problem. I'm going to repeat that. The more that you focus on your problem, the more you stay in the problem. But if you're in a problem, if you begin to take your focus off that problem, get it on your plan, once you start focusing on the plan, you can manifest that plan into your reality. Because the only thing that you're doing right now is that the havoc that's in your head is going to remain in your life. So it's time to get your attention, cut yourself some slack, acknowledge, and move on. Another thing that keeps us stuck is we feel like we gotta measure up to other people's expectations of us. You gotta keep up with the Joneses. You can observe people around you who are trying to put forth a facade to people. And those people are just very lacking in themselves. Everything that they have is on the surface. There's no depth. It's just nothing to them. Everything that they have, everything that they love is what they can put on display before other people. And should they lose those things, they don't have enough in them. The foundation within themselves is not there because they believe that their worth is predicated on the things that they have. Their worth is hinged to the things that they have, which means that if they lose the things that they have, there is no foundation within them that holds them up. This is why you observe individuals who, if they lose everything, they believe that their life is over with. They believe there's no need in living anymore. There's no need, there's no purpose anymore because everything that they have that is on the surface, the appearances that they keep up in front of people is more important than them building a self-worth within themselves. And that does not, a person that has an inner self-worth, that thing will radiate from them, but it doesn't necessarily translate into you seeing a bunch of things that are around them, but you know that person's value that they have for themselves is extremely important to them. And therefore, you can tell the people who have an inner self-worth because the things around them don't make them. They make the things that are around them. You got to realize something. You are only human. You're not a robot. You're not a computer that has been pre-programmed, and that as long as you know, that program will execute the same way every time. You're only human. You're making accomplishments and you're making mistakes and you're learning along the way. And as you learn, you are able to observe that what's working, you're able to observe what's not working. And you make those adjustments along the way. So I encourage you that it is time for you to just get unstuck. Get unstuck from these ways that you may have that causes you to feel as though I am in a place that I need to stay. I'm obligated to stay here because it makes other people feel better. It makes me feel secure. It means that I don't have to take risks. It means that I don't have to get myself to a place where I am uncomfortable. Another thing that I didn't mention is that one thing that keeps you stuck is that you want to stay comfortable. You are unwilling to move out of your comfort zone and take risks. I don't tell you to haphazardly go out there and just take risks, but you make an intelligent, wise, educated decision that you may not see it in your mind how this thing is going to work, but you're stepping out on faith and you're saying, you know what? I believe that I can achieve this. And although it is outside of my comfort zone, you know what? I'm going to do it. You know what? If you cooperate with life, life will cooperate with you. If you are constantly in your life dealing with things in a manner in which everything you're dealing in a lack mentality, I can't do this because I don't have. I can't get this because I don't have. Instead of saying, you know what, this is things in life are in abundance. Air is abundant. Water is abundant. You know, the things we have are in abundance. We've taken air in moderation. We drink water in moderation. We do things in moderation. And so therefore, because it's all available to us, doesn't mean that we have it all at once. But we're constantly working to enjoy the abundance of the things that are available to us. And you have to do the same thing when it comes to areas of your life where there is a mind that you need to keep in order to get you to the place where you know that I can do this, I can achieve this, I can acquire this. And because I don't have it today doesn't mean that it's not mine. It's already mine, but I'm working towards it getting to me. I am constantly working towards getting and acquiring this thing, but that doesn't mean it's not yours. You have to claim things, and when you claim it, it'll be yours if you give yourself the chance. But when you start out already in doubt, saying that this is not available to me, I can't do this, I can't achieve this, I can't, with this I can't, instead of I can. Why? Because I'm able. Why? Because I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You have to have a thing, you have to have scripture, you have to have the word within you. Because, this is the reason why a lot of us, we lack in our lives, because we don't go back to the foundation that we need to have in order to keep us stable, to keep us rooted and grounded. You can stand before anyone in boldness when you know that God has given you the ability to do what it is that He has called you to do. When you operate in your calling, you can stand before anybody with boldness and confidence and be able to have everything, all the tools that you need in order to come out with a successful end to whatever it is that you're doing. But you can't do it unless you have that boldness. Without that foundation, without a level head, without a mind to do whatever it is that God has called you to do. Well, folks, I thank you once more and again for joining with me today. Be amazing. Be prosperous. Be thankful. Wake up with gratitude and go to bed in thanks. I thank you for listening to me. I thank you for hearing my heart. I pray that you all have your best, be your best, achieve your best. Because when you operate at your best, nothing is impossible. So for all those that are out there, I hope this word has encouraged you. I hope that you find peace and prosperity in your life. And may you just go about your day with confidence, understanding that I can do it. I can be it. And I'm going to go wherever it is that I need to go in order to get me to my purpose, to get me to my goal, to move me higher, and to make me whole. So I'm going to say peace and shalom to all. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.